Uh, so, guys, um, I'm gonna kind of be a second here because I'm like double, triple checking, like, I'm dotting all my I's and crossing all my T's with this game because, j- you know what? Just give me a second because I got a couple other things to set up and I'm about to go on a little bit of a ramble session with this game. So, yeah, give me like to the 7 minute mark and then I will actually like start the stream because this one it might be a long one. I might try and stop it about halfway through the tutorial because if I'm being honest, this is one of those games I have already played in my off time and I've really wanted to stream it. So yeah, from what I remember from the little like introduction to the game, there's a lot, like a lot. So give me a second and we'll go ahead and start this. Alright. If I can do this without needing my desk, I think, keyword think, we should be fine. We should be okay. Um, you know what? I'm gonna do like an extra super duper, like quick little checkup on this just to make sure. Because the last thing I need is to say, yep, I can do this, and then not be able to. So let me just like double triple check. So let me see. Videos. This one. Okay, let's see. A lot of these don't really help. Okay. So, if what I'm gathering is like 1,010% correct, I should absolutely 110% be okay to stream this. My biggest concerns were both one, um, one was copyright music, and then the other was actually, um, like actual streaming issues with the company, because a while ago the company had a bunch of things go on, or like I guess the people that made the game, I should say. Also, I can put this on now. Hello guys. Hi. How are you? Good. Okay. So on to my little like ranty rant kind of thing here. Let me see. What is that? Okay, so it's just the connection things from Caster Labs. Whatever. Um so a little bit of a ranty rant kind of thing. Not really rant, but just a little bit of me babbling on about this. Um so more or less I've been into this game for a while now. Um Surprisingly, I don't even remember how I got into it. I think it was through someone that had made like a recommendation list of a bunch of Otome games. So I was like, okay, you know what? Well, let me go ahead and just try this one out. So I got it a while ago, and it takes a very long time to actually like get into the game, if that makes sense. Like you can pull and you can do a bunch of stuff with like the cards and things on here, but it takes a lot, and I mean a lot of time to get into the plot. So for the longest time I was like, I don't know. And in like the last year alone, I kind of pulled the trigger and was like, you know what, I'm gonna start reading more on this, because I've had this game on my phone forever and I've never really done much. And probably for like the last 6 months, I've been heavily like grinding out trying to finish this story. And if it tells you anything, um over the last 6 months, I barely got to chapter 6, chapter 7. No, no jokes intended. None whatsoever. I did not mean for it to be that. No, I don't mean grinding like that. Like, I mean, I've been trying to, like, really read through the plot for the game. I don't mean heavily grinding like that. The game, though, if you guys thought the tutorial for Obey Me and Obey Me Nightbringer were pretty long, this puts it to shame. Honestly, this one puts them to shame. It, I don't know how this game breaks down like the parts of the story because it's all in one giant storyline, and currently they finished season 1. To know is to know. There are 20 something chapters in season 1, and in each chapter alone, there's minimum 30 parts. So this is gonna be fun to try and get through. I don't remember how long the chapter is for the tutorial part of it, but it's a pretty long chapter. Same with, I think, chapter 1. So, yeah. I don't mind playing this again though, because quite frankly, I'm not that far into the storyline for 1, but 2, I am like really like happy with this game, I guess I should say. Like, I really like this game. So, I do not mind having to replay a bunch of it again. Also, hello! Welcome in again. I have currently just started, like, blabbing on about this game that I'm gonna be playing. So, I have not done much. I can go ahead and shift this over to the scene. Because this is... Technically, this is supposed to be a mobile game, but same with Obey Me. They're supposed to be mobile games, but I play them on here for stream. And I did do my research into this to make sure that this was going to be like 1010% safe to stream. So I don't think any of the music will end up copyrighted. And I don't think, oh no, what did I do? Oh, okay. I gotta do this. No. This. Okay, I had to do that. Okay, maybe not. I literally just got this, though. How does it already need an update? Please update. Apparently, the little Google Play thing is not having it because it's having a very bad, like a very, very bad time trying to update this. And what I mean, I don't know what it's doing. I swear I'm not doing anything to it. Maybe it'll update on its own? Maybe? Nope. Well, you guys know the drill. It wouldn't be one of my streams without... Or wait, no. This is the wrong one. It's this one. Right? I think... Yeah, I think it's this one. Okay. But you guys know the drill. It wouldn't be one of my streams. It wouldn't be complete without some sort of technical errors. One of these days I'll get better with technology. I just don't think it's gonna be today. Okay, so I let everything load back in. Now let's see. If I did my math correctly, it should, keyword should, go. Please don't do this to me, game. Oh my gosh. Dude, I swear BlueStacks does not like me. It does this when I go to play Obey Me too. Why? Well, until then, let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm trying to restart it. I don't know why it... I don't know what the deal is. It fights me. Like, really, really bad on days. And I don't know why. I'm seeing if this restart works. I'm hoping it does. Maybe. Oh? Maybe? It's a little bit further. It got to the loading part of it. I promise once the actual game like boots up and stuff, I'll make it full screen so it takes the whole border off. I'm just gonna keep it like this for now so I'm able to like keep an eye on it, I guess. I know the minute I go to click this, it's going to start. It always does this to me. I know. I'll get rid of the advertisements. It's just supposed to be like a mock-up of a phone. That's what this whole thing is, but I don't know why the ads are there. On the plus side though, it makes it where I don't have ads throughout the game. Wait, okay. No, I want to make it smaller. Yeah, there are some very weird ads. Alright, let me see again. This one. I need this search, please. Okay, let's just close out of it and reboot it as a whole. You know what's funny? I don't think Mr. Goose is actually gonna stop in here at some point today. He was going to last night, and I think he got tired and went to sleep and forgot to comment in my chat. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay, maybe. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. There we go. It'll go now. So agree. It takes a second, I know that much. When the world's collapsing around you, whose hand will you take? I know who I picked on my go round, but I kind of want to do a different one that involves everyone. I don't know. You know what? Actually, you know what? Never mind. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stick with the one that I picked on my first go round on my personal account because, yeah. Oh, it goes through the different characters. Okay. Oh. A self-proclaimed inspired man of the quill, Zenji spends each day seeking inspiration. Others struggle to understand his unique sensibilities, but he never lets this phase him. Though eccentric, he cares deeply for others and can be a bit of a worrywart. I'm going with him. I picked him on my first go. Since ancient times, humans have gathered around fires, earning the fall of an eternal night. I'm gonna turn that down because it says it's loud. Yet they cannot help but peer into the shadows that hide in old places and pull an empty I didn't see that. He went that way? Okay. Foolishly, they yearn for it. For the unknown world that lies beyond the edge of darkness. This is awful. Everything's in pieces. The balcony? No. And you know what the funny part is? The one thing I will say from how far ahead I am, no idea what the scene actually goes to. It said he cares for others, so yeah. Please, let's go back to the others. All the greatest literary masters departed this world before their time. I won't be leaving a masterpiece behind, but if I can save you and our friends, I could ask for nothing more. No. Stop, please. Please, someone tell me. Where did we go wrong? And again, I have no idea what that even goes to. No, stop. Why did it move? Why does it go to auto? Tokyo nights are loud and bright. The low hum of the train and scattered chatter of other passengers buzzed in my ears. I turned up my headphones. Maybe I should take this song off my playlist for a while. I used to love everything about it. The melody, the lyrics, the vocals. But that day, it was just making my heart sink even further. Final concert was amazing. I knew it'd be. I thought I'd accepted it was over. But I can't help feeling their time was cut short. I stared out the window at the Rainbow Bridge. Tokyo Tower loomed in the distance, proudly bathing the night sky in a brilliant red. If I'd known it was gonna end like this, I wouldn't have fallen for them in the first place. The words slipped out before I could stop them. I glanced around furtively. A few other passengers were shooting me strange looks. I must be tired. Who's texting me? Okay, I gotta pause it, because I'm not gonna be able to read through it. Of course, their last concert was amazing. I think I left my heart in the stands. It's been an awesome ride, guys. Thanks for all the memories. Sadly, we won't have anything new to chat about anymore, so I'm gonna leave the group. Maybe our paths will cross again sometime. Bye for now. I'm still crying. I love you guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks, guys. Wow. Hi. You know what? Hi, I don't think we've spoken before. I joined pretty late. I missed my chance to introduce myself. Do you go to a lot of events like this? Sometimes. I wouldn't say a lot. Are you still on your way home? Yeah. Me too. The city lights are really beautiful tonight. Can you see them? I was looking at Tokyo Tower. Really? Me too. Are you crossing the Rainbow Bridge right now? I am. How'd you know? Because I am too. We might be on the same train. Last two in the chat riding the same train. Must be fate. Can I come talk to you face to face? I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. Why not? I've always wanted to meet you. That's why I'm here. We will soon stop at Kirasagi. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak tonight. Kirasagi? That's not my stop. I looked up and froze. The world had somehow turned the color burnt steel. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak tonight. What? Yay, I already got gambling money. They don't even have it as a thing. I can exit out of this. We're gonna be in for a long one tonight, guys. The brakes screeched and the train slowly ground to a halt. Heart thumping, I glanced around. I was completely alone. Where did the other passengers go? What's going on? I gotta accept this. Why won't you answer me? It doesn't matter. We'll be together soon. Which car are you in? You were in car 3. I'm in 4 now. 5? 6? What number is this car? 7. There's no one there. Oh no. What is that thing? Get up. Run away. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I can't even say anything. I've accidentally done that before. I've went to go ban someone and I'm like, yep, this is for sure them. And then right as I'm about to click ban, I read the username and it's the wrong person entirely. I think though if that ever happens, I do have the ability to go back in and unban people. I just have to figure out where it is. I think that's a setting though. I don't know what kind of voice to give this dude. I don't know. He has a very weird voice. Oh well, I'll figure it out. I'm just gonna read for now. Wait till I get my teeth into you. Who's that? Malab. Be good and hold still now. I honestly, still going through this a second time, I have like no idea what's even going on. They don't explain like anything. I'm hoping the later it gets, they explain more. Or at least it's just too early in the game to understand what's happening, so. You want me to take you out, don't you? Aw, and he cut us too. What do you mean you're out? You just shoved a handful of glass into a gun. There's windows everywhere. What just happened? My leg's bleeding. Just as the shock wore off enough for me to notice the pain in my leg, the stranger noticed me. He cocked his head and stared, then strode across the train to stand over me. A cold brutality permeated his piercing golden gaze. His what? That ain't gold, that's green. Am I wrong on this? Am I actually colorblind or are those green? They look green to me. I'm not gonna dwell on it. I'm just gonna try to get through this because the tutorial's long. Um, I... You see that? What do you mean I see that? The thing attacked me. Yes, I see that. Whatever. I'll just chuck you out there. What? Wait. The stranger struck an arm around. The stranger stuck an arm around my waist. If I can talk tonight. Hoisted me on his shoulder, then headed for the broken window. You're gonna throw me out there. He showed no sign of hearing me. Reaching the window, he threw his leg up on the seat and peered outside. A strange, acrid smell stung my nose. On the other side of the window, an alien landscape robed in red fog stretched out into oblivion. Gosh, I cannot speak tonight. I am so sorry, guys. If he throws me out there, I'll... Wait! Let me go! Quit struggling. I can't get a good angle. You what? You know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. No, not this stream. I'm not gonna make the jokes this stream. Not this one. Stop. Who are you? Just your friendly neighborhood ghoul. Man, I've always wanted to say that. Yes, he looks very dangerous. And the thing I was going to say... You couldn't have worded that any differently. That's what we chose. That's what we chose for the thing. I'm just gonna leave it at that. If I go into it anymore, I'm gonna end up being clipped, and I don't want to. The stranger hefted me up and swung me back, preparing to throw. Come on, man. Don't do that in front of me. What do you want? I'm just saying, I'll have to tell the academy, and no one wants that. Stay out of my way. I immediately do not like him. 1010%. I immediately do not like him. There's more of them? Yeah, more than likely. You're on a train. The first stranger tossed me onto a seat like discarded luggage. I am still alive. Chill out, Taiga. I'm not trying to swipe your prey. This civilian saw you, right? I'll take care of cleanup. Oh, for real? I'll go after that thing then. Yep, sure. Maybe try not to destroy anything? He immediately did that. He listened to nothing and immediately went for breaking another window. The red-haired stranger punched a hole in another window. What did I just say? He picked up a handful of shattered glass, leaped through the window frame, and disappeared into the fog. Alright, let's get out of here for starters. The remaining strangers stretched, then knelt on the floor of the train, back straight. He pulled out a long flute, pressed it to his lips, and blew several notes into the air. What a beautiful sound. And it smells like... The gentle scent of rain had filled the train car. Suddenly, a stream of bubbles flowed from my mouth. Somehow, I was underwater. I can't breathe. Everything's going dark. We will soon be arriving at the final stop, Shinbashi Station. I was jolted back to consciousness by a familiar announcement. I was back in a normal train car. For some reason, daylight was streaming through the windows. Still no other passengers, but everything else seems normal. Sorry, but I'm still here. I tried to spin around, but the world tilted as my leg buckled beneath me. Oh, there. I could have said that a little differently. I could have put more enthusiasm into it. Ow. The stranger caught me before I fell, but I winced at the pain in my right leg. Oops. Looks like we got a civilian injury. I probably shouldn't mess around with that out here. Sorry. I'll do something about your injury after. So, let me clear out your head first. Do you know what this is? A match? What's that? You asked me what I thought it was, didn't you? Did you have your eyes closed? No. He took another match out of the bottle he was holding and lit it with the striker strip. Could you look at this fire for me? Sure. He stared hard at me with a furrow in his brow as though he didn't like that response. He blew out the match again. Is this some kind of prank? The series of bizarre events coupled with the pain in my leg was becoming too much for me. I took a deep breath. Yeah? The monster, the gunshots, scenery outside the train changing. Are you guys filming a movie or something? The matches... Oh. Okay then. You mean the matches in that bottle? I pointed to the bottle in his hand. He slumped his shoulders defeatedly and shook it. Bingo. You're putting me in a tough spot, though. And you're injured. Guess you should go back to the academy. A buzzer sounded in the train car, and the door slid open. Can you stand? Huh? Oh, yeah. The stranger pulled my arm, and I stood, gingerly placing weight on my right leg. I leaned against his shoulder for balance, and we stepped through the door. I'm just okay. Here's some fun little like trivia for you guys. If you didn't know or you wanted to know, well, that's okay if you didn't want to know because I'm still gonna give you guys it. So, um, as a kid, I well, let me start by saying this. I'm kind of confused how this is supposed like this main character is supposed to be us. I'm kind of confused how she can't really walk from a cut from glass because this is just some fun little like ducky lore for you guys. I will say this now, until you start seeing me click on the game again, or until you see the mouse come back on the screen, I would, if you're not okay with like gore and stuff or like injuries, I would cover your ears or mute the stream just until I'm done. Or I put the mouse back over here. That'll be my thing for you guys. Because I don't have any like gore warnings or stuff. Because I did not think I was going to be going into this. Okay, so I'm confused about this chick and how she can't walk on her leg being hurt. I say this chick. This chick technically is supposed to be us, but I'm like kind of confused, I guess, because as a little kid, I was helping my dad. Keep in mind, I was like 8 or 9 at the time. I was helping my dad switch light bulbs, and all I had to do was hold the box of light bulbs. Now, I know a lot of light bulbs come in the normal, like, packaged boxes now where there's a top and a bottom, but not too long ago, they came in packages where they don't have the tops and bottoms. They might still have them, but a lot of the ones that I've seen in, like, stores and stuff now have the tops and, like, bottom flaps to them, so they're like an actual box. But before, the ones looked like the yogurt packages would be the best thing I can say. They didn't have a top or a bottom, so it was just kind of like you reach into this cardboard tube and you grab the light bulbs out. So, I was helping my dad. I was like 7 or 8. Okay? All I had to do, hold a box light bulbs. He was up on a ladder on like our stairs would be the best way to say, to switch one of the light bulbs out at the top of them. And he went to go grab one, and all I did was held the box out to him to try and make it easier for him to reach down and not have to fully step off the ladder and potentially hurt himself. All I did was I went to go lift the box up to make it easier. All the light bulbs fell out. Every single one of them fell out and busted. And I got hurt quite a few times from it. I'm gonna save a lot of gross details and stuff, but I did get pretty hurt from it. So and the funny part is, literally the next day, keep in mind, I was like really, really young. So keep in mind, with that was a bunch of glass. I ended up getting really, really hurt. And literally the next day, I was able to put shoes on and socks on and stuff and go run around, ride my bike, literally do anything I probably should not have been doing. So I'm confused how this chick can't get up and walk on a leg. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm the weirdo for not being able to sit. Oh well. But if you guys muted or turn the stream sound off, turn it back on, you're good. But that's some fun ducky lore for you guys that you probably didn't you probably didn't want. But you got cuz this whole thing reminded me of it. Anyways, I'll continue on. I'll try not to drop a bunch of lore again while I'm playing. Like the train, the platform was deserted and strangely silent. The sun blazed high in the sky. Wasn't it nighttime when I left the concert? I had a bad feeling when I heard Taiga was heading this one. I'm glad I cordoned everything off. Cordoned everything off. Jeez, I cannot talk. Nor can I read. I probably should be wearing my glasses. I'm not. I don't even think that would help. Because I'm mixing some of the letters around by accident. The stranger seemed entirely unperturbed by this situation and pulled out his phone to make a call. Hey, so, I'm gonna go find a clinic, okay? That probably hurts, huh? Just wait 1 second, I'll get it fixed up for you. Okay. I don't know if voice acting for the characters are picking up on here or not. So I'm kind of letting them fully, like, go out on their own. And then I'll go back in and read them. Hello? Yeah. Slight emergency. No, not Taiga. Well, kind of him, I suppose. We've got an injured civilian, but the matches aren't working. About the same age as me? Yeah. Female. Uh-huh. Right. 1 sec. What's your name? My name. Yeah. They need it for paperwork. Can you tell me your name? Maybe he's calling a clinic. Can I... No, I can't use that username because that's on my personal... Okay, you know what? And that's what we're gonna go by. I'm Ducky. I totally did not just type that name into the game just now. The stranger smiled and made an okay sign at me. It's Ducky. Yep. 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 Got it. Thanks. Sorry about that. Haku Kusnagi. Haku put his phone away and turned back to me, sticking out his hand for a handshake. Nice to meet you. I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna need you to come with me. To a clinic? No, I'm not taking you to a clinic. Huh? I could feel my face scrunch up at his unexpected response. Seeing this, he scratched the back of his neck, looking sheepish. Sorry to throw this off on you all of a sudden. Of course you're freaked out. I wish I could explain everything to you now, but it all makes sense once we get to the academy. What academy? Darkwick Academy. I hadn't expected he was talking about such an illustrious private academy. Darkwick had been ranked #1 nationally for decades. It's sat shrouded in mystery atop an artificial island in Tokyo Bay, and entry by outsiders was strictly prohibited. The number of applicants who passed their top secret entrance exam was also a closely guarded secret. However, it was rumored to be extremely competitive. Darkwick was renowned for producing elites who performed key roles on both the national and world stage. Why are you taking me there? Doesn't make much sense, does it? I swear I'm not shady. Look. He pulled a card out of his jacket pocket and placed it in my palm. The front of the card blazed, revealed gold lettering and a photo of the man standing in front of me. Hakukusanagi, Hotorubi House, 3rd year. That's me. I'm a student there. What? Was that a terrifying guy with the gun a student too? You catch on quick. Well, anyways, that's the deal. Let's get going before that cut gets any worse. You know, I suddenly feel better. I don't see why I have to go over a tiny little eensy minor cut. It might have been in my imagination, but the supportive hand on my back seemed to hurry me along. Oh, crud. Okay, I'm gonna go for maybe like 2 more chapters, and then I might have to end stream because, for one, I personally have been running around all day, but 2, I also have to be up very early, and it is currently midnight. So I'm gonna do like a couple more chapters because trust me, I'm gonna look on my phone because I'm far enough on mine. I can probably tell you. I'll go till like chapter 7. I'll do chapter 7 and then I'll call it there. But let me see. Yeah, so this whole prologue that they have me playing, the whole length of the prologue is 33 chapters, so 33 of these. And I have so far only made it through 5 in the 40 minutes of gameplay that I have been doing. You know what? I know how I'm gonna get through this. I'm just going to turn the audio off for now. And then I'm just gonna read through it. Cause I feel like I'm spending more time waiting for the voices to be read than actually reading it. I swear once I get the chance, so I will go into the settings and I will see if I can turn the voices off so I can just go through and read. But let me do that. And if that's the case, I don't need my headphones. I can just go ahead and read. So there was, okay, so this is the first thing. Sorry, Haku. Haku. The train's about to leave. Sure is. I watched in confusion as the train pulled away from the station. Haku was standing, hands on his hips, in front of an ice cream vending machine. I continued my interrogation. Shouldn't we have gone on if we're headed for Tokyo Bay? This way's faster, actually. Okay. Space? Don't let go of my hand. What? Wait! So this dude just quite literally jumped. And he brought us along with him. Huh? We're floating. I like your energy. Strictly speaking, we're falling slowly. Look. Wow. What's that? Lost property. Look out, we're about to speed up. Speed up? This is our stop. Is this another station? Don't worry, unlike the last one, this train comes with a safety guarantee. This really isn't a film set, is it? That's alright. Is that a steam train? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thankfully, where I live, those are very huge here. So, yes, I can confirm that that is in fact a steam train. I'm making jokes, obviously, but trains are very huge here. That is the Galaxy Express. You've never seen one before? In comics and cartoons. No. I don't know what kind of a boring MC this is, but my guy, you gotta go see the world. How have you not seen one of these in person? There's railroads like everywhere. Unless that's just in the state I live in, they're like everywhere. We're in the realm of nonfiction, though. Go on, climb aboard. But safety guaranteed. Remember. Don't worry, if anything happens, I'll protect you. Right. Oh. Oh. I didn't notice the little signs ever before. That's cool. I lowered myself into the seat. The soft velvet was so comfortable, I relaxed just a little in spite of myself. The levers, switches, and dials peppered through throughout the train car were reminiscent of an age gone by. The warm walls were lit by antique lamps hung from the ceiling. The starry sky outside was visible through the windows. It's beautiful. It's a kitty. A cat? Sorry to spring this one on you. Could you take us to the academy? He drives a train. That's adorable. It's adorable. The swaying bottle brush tail disappeared. My brain short circuit. I got halfway through that and I stopped reading. My brain did not keep up. The swaying bottle brush tail disappeared into the driver's compartment. A beat later, the steam whistle blew and the train chugged forward. That's the conductor. Don't worry, he doesn't bite. The conductor's a cat. The train began to pick up speed, then entered a tunnel. The roar of the engine fought against the darkness, trying to wake some of the anxiety I tried to lock away. Most people never get to ride this train, you know. Why not make the most of it? Look, we're nearly there. At Haku's encouragement, I shifted my gaze out the window. We emerged from the tunnel, and the inky blackness was replaced by warm sunlight. An enormous building loomed outside the window. The Gothic exterior stood solemn and elegant against the blue sky. I felt like I'd stumbled into a fantasy world. We will soon arrive at Darkwick Academy. This is us. Shall we? We're there already. The Galaxy Express shuddered to a halt, having reached its destination. Yippee. Oh, okay. I guess I don't get the chance to back out. Hi. Sorry to interrupt. To proceed with the story, we need to solve some supernatural cases. This is what some would call a tutorial. Yay. This one's gonna be long. Alright, let's solve some supernatural cases. First, you're gonna need some character cards and boarding cards. Yay, we gotta go gambling. Follow me. Let's go gambling. Oh, no. Alright, let's train these new recruiters. I got a card of the one person I didn't like. We'll start by equipping a boarding card to this character. Nice! Alright, let's level up this bad boy. Why is he looking like that? You know, I'm not even gonna question it. Now all we need to do is place this card in your team. I know what to do. And that's how it's done. Let's use the fill out feature for the rest. Yeah, because I didn't read that part, but nobody's gonna take the time to individually do that. Oh boy. Welcome to the Darkwick Academy campus. Build up the campus to earn training items. Let's build a classroom first. He has something. Classrooms produce more resources when you assign characters to them. Okay. Okay. Characters in a classroom write reports. Sometimes your characters will also find equipment and training items. Your characters will keep writing reports and finding items even when you're not playing. Such hard workers. Writing reports earn you cash. Alright, let's level up this classroom. Oh no, you're out of cash. Wait, look over there. It's the balloon cat. Quick, tap on it. I need the money. You're rolling in cash now. Let's build another classroom. Oh, yay. Why do they all look so angry or just tired? What is the problem? Alright, let's level up your classroom some more. Looks like we hit a level cap. To unlock more levels, you need to solve some supernatural cases. Oh yeah, that's what we came here to do in the first place. Let's hop on the Galaxy Express and go solve some cases. Solving cases by locating and defeating anomalies in Solve cases by locating and defeating anomalies in the streets of Tokyo. You can earn high amounts of player XP by solving cases. You need this to level up your campus. You'll also be able to read more of the story. Alright, let's solve a case. It's just a bunch of barnacles. I know for a fact on my account I don't have to actually keep playing to read more of the story. I've been able to just go through and binge read a bunch of the story. That was easy. Let's do another. The skip button can help speed things up. Hey, look! You unlocked a bonus stage. That's super lucky. Let's clear the bonus stage to get some awesome rewards. Alright. I have no idea what I did or how I locked in for that. I, I didn't even pass this on my own account. I don't know what I did. I think it disconnected my brain and I got past it. I got a bunch of gambling money from that though. That's fun. How'd you go? Unlocked bonus stages are playable anytime. You can always come back and try again. Now you've solved some cases, let's get back to the story. Oh, that's how you get to them. Okay. You can read on from here. And that's all for the tutorial. Thanks for putting up with me. Remember, build up your campus to earn resources and use them to train your characters and solve some cases. Wait, how did you understand all that? Are you a cat? No. Google Translate. That's my answer. Google Translate. Alright, I'll play about 2 more chapters and then go from there. This is Darkwick Academy? We stepped through the gates of the Galaxy Express and were greeted by a warm fall breeze. The ground seemed to stretch for miles, and we're surrounded on all sides by thick woods. Stone paths lined with colorful flower beds snaked across the lush grass. Lush grass, if I can talk. A glittering fountain stood in the center. I swear this island didn't look this big from the mainland. Alright, let's get you patched up first. You okay to walk a little further? Yeah. It's another kitty. That one's different. And that one... There's a lot of them. As we crossed the grounds, cats in hats emblazoned with Darkwick's insignia darted busily around. I know I probably butchered how to say that, but if it's not obvious, I've got like half a brain cell left tonight. I don't know what is. There's more cats here than I expected. Yeah, the Chancellor's a big fan of them. I could tell by the cats' relaxed expressions and glossy coats they were all well loved and cared for. Wait, is that a lamppost sitting on that bench over there? Sure is. Wouldn't you get tired standing around all day? I guess I can't argue with that logic. I hadn't expected such a unique and peaceful atmosphere. I felt the knot in my stomach loosen slightly. Whoa. As we stepped into the Gothic castle building, my breath caught my throat. A vast hallway lined with marble pillars stretched out under an ornately decorated ceiling. The embroidered carpet felt soft beneath my sneakers. How would you know what carpet feels like through your shoes? Watch out for that shadow. It's a tickler. Oh, what? Okay. I proceeded carefully down the hall, unsure if Haku is joking or not. Right. I think Professor Nicholas said he was in the counseling room. Sir? Come in. Hello? I said that for no specific reason. I said it like that for no specific reason. We entered a comfortable lounge with warm wooden walls. A fire crackled merrily in a fireplace in the center of the room, sending shadows dancing across the walls. Ducky, right? We've been expecting you. Oh, you have! That's neat. That's neat. I'm Nicholas Professor of Anomalous Medicine. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you. Professor Nicholas is a teacher here. The cut's on your right leg, right? Could you show me? Professor Nicholas crouched down and examined my injury, then looked up at me with sympathy in his eyes. You poor thing. This must be painful. It's... How? It's a cut on your leg. It's a cut. It's a minor little... What? Now, if it hurt, if it, like, went through a tendon or something, okay, that's fine. I understand that. Okay. Take a seat on the sofa. Can you breathe this in for me? He handed me a small, old-fashioned silver box. There was a bed of wooden chips inside. I leaned over it, and the sweet scent of apple pie tickled my nose. Is this cinnamon? It is, yes. Mixed with willow bark, ginger, and steamed in willow wisp. What? Ducky isn't a student here, sir. Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I haven't spoken to a civilian in a while. A will-o-wisp is a type of wandering light, also known as ignis fatuus, essentially a lost soul. Oh, okay. The effects should have taken hold by now. Let me know if this hurts. Professor Nicholas removed the lid from a small vial he was holding. He tipped some of the pink liquid onto his fingertips and gently smeared it on the cut on my ankle. For a split second, my whole right leg pulsed with heat. Then I watched in amazement as the cut closed and healed right before my eyes. Do you feel any pain? No, it doesn't hurt at all. That's good. The mark should be gone by tomorrow. I beg your finest pardon, what? How does this, what? It doesn't even hurt when I move. That was almost like magic. Great. Thanks, sir. Alright, let's head to the Chancellor. Ah, there she is, the infamous witness. I'm not gonna be able to talk through most of this. A shady-looking man with black blindfold and a smile upon his lips swaggered into the room. He walked in a circle as though inspecting me before folding his long limbs onto the sofa across from mine. Looks like a regular girl to me. Probably side effect of the anomaly. First of all, how dare you? Second of all, who are you? I am not plain because of an anomaly. I'm plain because I don't have anything to come back with. He looks like the kind of person you'd cross the street to avoid, right? No. I'd probably cross the street to just absolutely drop kick him into the next time zone. You're setting a bad example for your students, Professor Hyde. How about you introduce yourself first? Professor. Ouch. Who would cross the street to avoid a catch like me? You'd be surprised. Can't argue with Professor Nicholas, though. The lanky stranger leaned forward with his hands in his pockets, meeting my eyeline. Hyde, at your service. I teach anomalous biology. And no one cares more about our precious students than yours truly. I'm not gonna say mean things anymore. I don't have enough of a brain capacity left to. Okay. I don't think I'm supposed to take him seriously. Anyway, I finished treating Ducky. Are you gonna hold the counseling session now? Bingo. Sooner we figure out why the matches don't work, the better. So, how about it, Ducky? Let's have a little D&M. Just the two of us. Somewhat. I shot a look at Haku, hoping for some kind of assistance. They want to do a psych eval before they take you to see the Chancellor. That's what I said, isn't it? No. He does. Honestly, he does look like him. It's really not. Yeah, I already don't know how to feel about this dude. And they're leaving me with him. Alright, cool. Haku and Professor Nicholas exited the room, leaving me alone with Professor Hyde. Why are you leaving me with him? No. I'll go and rate it here in a little. Do you remember the anomaly you encountered on the train? Anomaly? Wait, no one gave you the brief yet? How did you get here? A monster attacked me on the train, then someone with a gun showed up. Right. Then he attacked me too for some reason, but Haku saved me? No. No, wait. Taya did what? Sorry, gonna have to pretend I didn't hear that part. So then you rode the Galaxy Express all the way to our hollowed halls of learning without a clue. Huh. Well, if you've seen that much, this won't take long. All the weird stuff you just described, they're what we call anomalies. Anomalies? There's things in this world that defy the rules society has deemed common sense. The kinds of things people call the occult or paranormal phenomena are cryptids. Oh, you guys know about cryptids on here? I talk about Sasquatch and Mothman like all the time. There's like a common thing on here. We're a global organization that searches out anomalies so we can study and regulate them. Darkwick Academy is our cover, as well as our training facility. In other words, we're the Japan branch of a heroic organization that defends world peace from the shadows. Okay. At least half of what Professor Hyde said went over my head. But having seen the anomalies he was describing with my own eyes, it's difficult for me to refute it. Hard to believe, but I guess this means that Flower Monster was real. And not only am I a professor at Darkwick, I'm also one of the world's leading anomalous researchers. I'm sure you've figured this out already, but I'm brilliant, so just lay back and spill all your secrets. Come on, now, no need to be nervous. Let's get down to business. I'm kind of nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Professor Hyde sat back and called out merrily. Hodge? If I can talk. Hodge? Podge? It's counseling time. Oh, those are pretty. They're pretty. I'm gonna ask you some questions. All you have to do is answer truthfully. Don't overthink it. Right. You said you had encountered an anomaly covered head to toe in flowering plants, correct? Yeah, I did. Did you see its eye? Eye? Yeah. It had one big eye where its face should have been. Did you make eye contact? Yeah. I see. Uh, that's a shame. Hodge, Podge, right, confirmed. The sound of the letters being inscribed into the paper echoed throughout the quiet room. Professor Hyde's suggestive tone, the pressure of having my responses recorded, the disembodied hands. I began to feel overwhelmed by it all. The crease in my brow deepened. Oh, sorry, are they distracting you? They like to people watch. The right hand with the red ribbon is Hodge. The left hand with the black lace glove is Podge. Right. Don't worry, we just want to understand what happened to you. The right hand with the red ribbon waved at me. Meanwhile, the left hand tapped its index finger on the table somewhat impatiently. I felt a little awkward just sitting there, so I gave a hesitant wave in response. Alright, let's take a peek inside your noggin next, shall we? Hopefully, it didn't mess around in there too much. Take a look at these questions and pick the answer that vibes with you the most. Just go with your first instinct. Which image are you most drawn to? I really like that one. I'm sorry, I'm a space nerd. I like that. What's your greatest fear? People think I'm boring, ignorant, a failure, a bad person, being surrounded by constant conflict, being abandoned and alone, or being powerless. Well, honestly, I don't care if people think I'm boring or not because I'm happy with the things I do. uh, I'm told like the opposite all the time. Uh, you know what? I'm going with that one. Which animal best represents you? Um, you guys take me seriously, right? I can say one of the tougher choices out of these. I could say something cool like a wolf or a lion, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with a cat. I don't think I can be intimidating to save my life. Unless someone, like, pushes my last button. I don't think I could do that. Which birthday gift would you want the most? Custom made birthstone jewelry, money, tickets to my favorite museum, handmade scrapbook of memories with friends, something practical, luxury car, plane ticket. Uh, Probably that. Cause I absolutely love when people do custom made stuff or like handmade stuff. Cause more thought goes into it. How do you want people to remember you? Uh, Trustworthy. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Dude, none of these are cool choices, though. If I had a superpower, Bubbles asks me this like all the time, and my answer never changes. Oh, you have a lecture? That's fine. I will see you later. Thank you for stopping by, though. Um, I do see that there's a redeem now. Let me check it really, really quick. Let me see. It's... What is it again? Show off. Aw, crud. Aw, crud, no. You guys always catch me when my bed's an absolute mess. Oh well. Okay, I kind of tore it up because I have a bunch of laundry that just got done and a bunch of cosplay stuff because I was trying to get to my crafty things. Um, so let me show it off really quick. Ready? Hold on. Let me. Why are you like this thing? No, over. There we go. Chats, no. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hold on. And let me turn my flashlight on for you guys. Because clearly it is currently a mess. I got clothes, my plush everywhere. I got my card collection, my cosplays. Like, it just became a catch-all for everything today. You know what the bad part is, though, too? I just cleaned my room, like, I think Thursday. And somehow my entire room got trashed again. I don't know what I did, but it got trashed like super, super quick. Anyway, so thank you for stopping in for just a little bit. I do appreciate it. I gotta recalibrate my thing. Okay, I think that got it. One of these days, I will have a clean room. And it will stay cleaned. Anyways, this thing. Oh, that's what I was saying. I, Bubbles asks me this like all the time when we play games and stuff. And he asked me this like a lot when we had first started playing VR chat together. He constantly asked me like if I had a superpower, what would I want? And my answer never changed. I honestly would want something where I can actually like heal people, like do something for others, not something that would benefit me. I'm just gonna stick with shape shifting though because, yeah. On a Saturday night, you can be found writing or drawing, learning a new skill, fundraising for a cause I'm passionate about, board game night, walking along the beach with a friend, hosting a party with exciting themes, or unwinding at a hip bar. Let me speed run this part because this one is simple. I'm afraid of the ocean. I am terrible at hosting parties. I don't have enough people to even invite to said party. I don't like going out in crowded spaces, especially at night. I don't have anyone to play board games with. I'm currently trying to work on doing fundraising stuff. Or like fundraising streams, I guess, so I can raise for different things, different charities. But I know that that's going to be very tedious, so I'm going to wait till I get a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to look into stuff for that. So it's tied between these. It would probably be writing or drawing. What is your greatest flaw? I'm a ball of anxiety. What food makes you happy? I want to say this. You know, I'm going with that. All done. Professor Hyde picked up the materials in one hand and peered at the typewriter on the table. He read the words rapidly appearing on the paper and whistled. Interesting. So you value creativity, huh? Individuality is important to you, and you celebrate difference. In my experience, you do well in the Hotarubi house. Hotarubi? Oh, they're going to draw it for you now. Don't waste any time, these two. Looks like they're done. Oh, thank you? That's a Hotarubi warning card. It's their gift to you. That was very pretty. It's beautiful. Exactly. The picture was far more impressive than I had anticipated, considering how quickly it had been drawn. Hodge extended its palm towards me as though requesting a handshake. Wanting to show my gratitude, I plucked my courage, gripped the extended hand, and gently shook it. Okay. We are actually going to stop there because it is about to 2 hours, and like I said, I need to get up kind of early tomorrow. So I'm gonna end it here. As a heads up, I unfortunately am not gonna be able to stream tomorrow, which honestly kind of sucks because I had in mind I was gonna stream 4 days every week, but maybe I'll substitute it, and instead of doing it tomorrow, I'll do it Monday. Maybe, I don't know. I'll try to, hopefully. Don't hold me to it. Might be a little hard to. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna call it there. So, as I say every night with all my streams, thank you guys so much for stopping by for this one. I really do appreciate it. Unfortunately, you will not be able to see me stream tomorrow because the times that I normally stream on Sundays, I am actually not even going to be home. And by the time I do get home, I'm going to be running around trying to get ready for work on Monday again. So I'm not even going to have time to stream tomorrow. I would try and stream earlier in the day, but I'm still not going to be here. I have to get up early and pretty much just run first thing in the morning. So, moral of the story, I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow. I will try and substitute it for Monday. So, I will see how well that goes. I don't actually know. I do want to say that I'm going to start working on a new schedule. So, what I plan to do is I plan to have a specific day every single week now that I stream for 4 days. I'm gonna have a specific day every single week set up so I can do one specific set of games one day, kind of draw the next day, maybe do something IRL the next day, and then play a different kind of game the last day I'm supposed to stream. So there's a little bit of a consistency to my streaming schedule. So if you guys want to see like an Otome game, like the rest of Tokyo Debunker or a bunch of Obimi, then I can have a set day for that. Or if I have a different day for like when I play games or continue like keep digging, mouth washing, doing like collab stuff, things like that, then I have a day for that too. Um I don't know what the, I don't know what the schedule will be though, so I am not going to be able to schedule anything on um oh, what am I trying to say? I'm not going to be able to stream anything on Twitch, so I would say just keep an eye out for like my bio and stuff on Twitch because I will include it in there. Same with YouTube. I will try and put out a community post on YouTube to say what my new schedule is, what I'll be streaming every day from here on out. In the offhanded chance you don't see them, keep an eye out on my Discord because I will probably put it on there at some point. But other than that, I don't really have any announcements. I think that's about it. So, like I said, again, seriously, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching the stream today. I really do appreciate it. Even if it was just for a few minutes, even if you didn't say much and you kind of just lurked. Seriously, you have no idea how much I appreciate it. It tells me that a lot of people want to see my stuff, although I originally started out thinking nobody wanted to. So it means more to me than what it probably sounds like, and I know it's a very cheesy and overly like redundantly repeated thing from people, but I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you guys know that I actually mean that. So thank you, seriously. Like, I cannot thank you guys enough. With that being said, I'm ending the stream here. Yeah, I for once have no finishing thoughts. Thanks again, and I will see you guys probably Monday. If not, next Thursday.